it's Superboy.
I'm too sexy for my shirt. Too sexy for my shirt. So sexy it hurts.
Is he a gay boy?
He is a DC.
I'm a model, you know what I mean? And I do my little turn on the catwalk. Yeah, on the catwalk. And I'm too sexy for this song.
Hey guys, now you can follow me on Facebook. Just go to facebook.com/UltraMaximusReviews. Hello YouTube, Ultra Maximus back with another retro review, and today we're rewinding it back to 1995 with Kenner's Superboy from the Man of Steel line. Now, this is a figure I don't even remember when it came out. I was just out of high school, not even looking at toys, but this comes from an era where I was still reading comic books. The reign of the Superman. So Superman died in the 90s, and then they took all of his books and had the reign of the Superman, where they had Superboy here along with the Cyborg Superman and the Man of Steel and the Man of Tomorrow, or the Last Son of Krypton. That's what it was. So it was basically, after the whole thing rattled out, it was Superboy was a clone of Superman. The Man of Steel was a guy named John Henry Irons that was saved by Superman and made an Iron Man type of suit. And that character was really fun. I really like him. I've got a figure of him somewhere. And then you had the Eradicator, which was a Kryptonian safeguard, some genetically engineered thing from the whole Fortress of Solitude. And then the Cyborg Superman, who was Hank Henshaw, turned out to be a bad guy. So this particular figure, and I think they did a whole wave of figures from them, and then they did another wave of the Reign of the Superman stuff. But I got this guy, frankly, because I found a gift card from Man of Steel, actually, about 4 years ago, that still had $4.90 left on it, and I was trying to think of, Superboy fell. I was trying to think of something fun to do with it, and I was on eBay, and I put in, I want to look for something, buy it now, free shipping, under $4.90, and this guy popped up, which was very, very cool. He was $3.99 shipped, buy it now, so I figured, hey, why not? This will be good fodder for the channel, and, well, there he is. Now, he doesn't come with his weapons, but the paint is in really good shape, and the joints are really, really tight. So this figure was purchased by a collector somewhere and probably sat on a shelf for many, many years, and you know, I appreciate that. Very cool. Now, it is a 90s figure, so there's not much as far as articulation goes. Take a look here really quick. So his head moves back and forth, and his arms move up and down. Again, very, very tight. There is nothing at the waist. I mean, that's perfect for a waist swivel, but unfortunately there wasn't, and then his legs kick up, and that's about it. So he has all of the articulation of a Star Wars Kenner action figure, which we are not in focus. Here we go. You know, so he's pretty much a standard Kenner toy with very limited articulation. But I think the paint apps and the sculpt work is really, really nice and still stands the test of time today. Taking a closer look at the figure itself, I think they capture the figure pretty well. I don't know if the face too well, but I do like the details, like he's got the little earring and it's painted on his left ear. I love the Superman logo on his shirt. The black jacket looks really good. It's a flat black that kind of has a leather look, which is nice. And then he's got the yellow S logo on the back that is stitched like a patch on the back of the jacket, which he had in the comics. That looks phenomenal. I've always liked that look. I always thought it was a lot of fun. And he's got the proper haircut that he had in the 90s. The only thing he's missing are the glasses, but in a figure this size, there's no way you could get sunglasses to look proper on this scale. So taking a look at the midsection of the figure, he's got the red gloves on, which is really cool. I definitely dig that from what he had in the comics. He's got his belt, and then the red spandex pants which were ridiculously tight, and it even shows on this figure here because you see every inch of his super crack on the spandex, which is a bit much. But I like how the jacket is sculpted. It's got the belt sculpted in around the bottom of the jacket, and then all the wrinkles on the arms, and then the gloves themselves, the way they're cut. Very, very cool. And finally, taking a look at the legs of the figure, again, we got the red spandex that go all the way down to his boots, and we've got the yellow belt strap on the one leg, and then the yellow straps on the boots themselves. Very, very nice. Remind me a lot of Robin, actually, when you look at them by themselves, but it is very true to the comic, and I think they did a good job with the sculpt. For comparison, here we have the Boy of Steel with a couple figures from Mattel. We've got the Black Suit Superman from Man of Steel, and then the Dark Knight Returns Superman. And he is rather small in comparison. I think he fits better into scale with this guy over here, but he's still a little shy of where he needs to be on his height mark. I think he should at least be up to the shoulders of the Black Suit Superman, but I think it can fudge into a Superman shelf for sure, but he is absolutely tiny next to that Dark Knight Returns Superman. So is the 1995 Kenner Superboy something that you want in your Superman or DC Comics collection? Well, if you don't like the older action figures, this is a very, very easy pass. If you're a Superboy completist, I think this is one you're going to like in your collection. If you like the mid-90s stuff, you know, kind of like I've been getting into lately, then I think you're going to like the figure. It's sculpted nicely. It's painted very well. There is very little articulation, but that's okay because I think it captures the essence of the character very, very well. And it'll scale really well with your other 90s figures, and it just captures that flash of you know, the hairstyles and the clothing of that era, which is definitely a lot of fun. And this is an interpretation of the character that I kind of miss. So, you know, hey, if you like the 90s, this is definitely a Superboy for you. So there he is, Superboy from The Reign of the Supermen by Kenner.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, thumbs it up. If you hate this video, thumbs it down. To watch more Ultra Maximus, click on the links to the right. Don't forget to subscribe and share, like us on Facebook, and look for more videos in the future.